Hey guys, welcome to LA Edge. So this morning they're gonna be turning our power out on the whole town that I live in Big Falls. And so I told Heidi, she had a meeting and stuff, so she's gotta do like a phone, I don't know what they're called, Zoom call or whatever, Zoom meeting. Man, my eyes are messed up this morning. I'm having some problems with my head right now, so I'm trying to just stay focused. I think a lot of the times it helps when you just stay busy. But I dropped the kids off for her, and then I'm coming back, heading back to the house. And then there it is right there. There's a place called Little American Falls, and I'm actually turning around. I just passed it up because I was too busy talking. But I'm gonna spin around and go down there and film a little bit at a Little American Falls. And then as soon as I get back home, I'm going to probably go play out in the woods because you know, the power's gonna be out and everything else. But I'll just grab my pack and probably like a hatchet and some hot dogs or buns or something and go out and have lunch and whatever in the woods with my dog. And I got her with me right here. But what I'll do, let me get turned around and I'll show you where I'm at. So this is the thing, living in you know, up by the Canadian border in Minnesota. It's just living in the North Woods. It's just absolutely gorgeous up here. And you can see this is my morning commute right here. Awesome. And there literally is nothing out here. Like, you can drive for miles and miles and not see anything. No businesses. There's one house right up there somewhere on the left. But other than that, it's just, you know, beautiful skies, lots of woods. Goofy dog. So here's Little American Falls. So yeah, there's a house right there. But other than that house, there's really not many houses out here in the boonies. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work out. I'm gonna drive back here and check it out. Might have to put this in four-wheel drive. I didn't bring my boots, which that kind of sucks. But I'm gonna turn this camera off so I can drive. So this Little American Falls is actually a really pretty little site. It drops down to the river, and that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna walk down to the river with my dog. It's absolutely beautiful out today too. I mean, the skies are nice and sun's out. It's like 45, 50 degrees, something like that. Really nice. I have just a light sweatshirt on. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is right there. So this is where we're at. It's Little American Falls. It's this one right here. That's with this goofy map somebody made, which is really nice. And then International Falls, that's right at the border of Canada. So you can see, you know, I'm just a few miles from there. And the town that I live in is right there. So, you know, I'm not too far from home. I got like 40 miles. And then from here, there's 20 miles, and then from there, there's 20 miles to International Falls. So, like I said, I'm right there on the Canadian border. And then Johnson's Landing, you know, I pass that when I'm driving home. And then, you know, all these different landings or whatever. You guys have seen me at Keepner's. You've seen me there camping before by myself. But Cooch County, it's Coochaching, but we all call it Cooch County. But that's really nice that they put this little sign up here. And then usually, you know, in the summertime, you got little map deals and little some pamphlets that talks about the place and whatever. But this is just absolutely beautiful out here. So walk down there and check it out. Come on, goofball, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Lily, get up here, let's go. She's having a blast right now. She was whining in the truck because she was getting anxious because she knew I was stopping somewhere as soon as I started turning around. Well, this is kind of slippery, so I'm gonna turn this camera off until I get over there. So I came down here and there's like a little lookout post deal, little bench sitting there, you know, to sit there or whatever. Look at this view. This is awesome. Little American Falls. And we are in, I believe this is Craigville, Minnesota. right next to Effie, Minnesota, where they do the big rodeo. And this is like right in my backyard. This is absolutely badass right here. Look at those falls and everything. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Cheese ball camera work. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's nice out here. And of course, my dog's eating grass. Why did dogs eat grass? I never could understand that. So I'm gonna get back to home, head back home right now, and then might go cruise out in the woods a little bit today. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm back home in Big Falls, and then I just went out to Anderson's, to our old shop. That's what we call it, the old shop or whatever. It's the old machine shop. So I went out to the shop and then skipped out in the woods out here. It's just me and Lily. A little bit of snow on the ground. It's windy. It's super windy out today. But inside the trees, it's not. So it's nice. In here, it's not windy at all. A little breezy or whatever every once in a while when you get into an open spot. But not too much snow left out here. And usually I try to do this every time the snow starts to melt, because I do a lot of winter bushcrafting survival skills out in the winter. In the winter time, but I like to do this in the spring or the, you know, right when it starts to thaw. Get out in the woods and run around. So I'm trying to make it out that way. My shelter, I have a shelter out there, and then I have one way out there about 2 miles. But the one out here is about a 1/4 mile, and that's the one I'm heading to right now. So you see that big grove of trees right over there? That's where I'm heading. Snake my way through the bush. What you doing, Lillers? Huh? Ah. Man, it's beautiful today. So this spot I found about 5 years ago. I was out here messing around by the shop. Ow. And I usually hike straight back. And I decided to follow the road that goes to Pine Island out to where I'm going. And it's I found this spot by accident. I hiked about a 1/4 mile past the shop there. I guess it'd be a 1/4 mile through the woods, you know, by the time you're done zipping around left and right and around trees and everything. It's just a cool spot though. So I'm packing real light today. I have just my small 2-day assault pack on. And I have some beef jerky and some chips because the stores were all closed. They wouldn't let you open the coolers. Well, they said we could if we wanted to, but I didn't want to be rude because all the power's out in town right now. Love the smell of it out here. And then right here behind me, where Lily's at, that's a birch tree, the paper birch. And a lot of times what I'll do is when I'm walking through the woods, if you see that stuff, just grab it, rip some of the stuff off that's laying on the ground or all stuck in the branches. That way when you get somewhere, you can start a fire with it real easy. But this is one of the spots that I go to practice survival skills and whatever. Sorry about the camera work. I'm trying to dodge and weave and let me flip this camera around. So it's a round grove of trees in the middle of nowhere. It's just cool because me and Michael came out here and built a shelter a long time ago, and it ended up being one of our favorite spots. And it's just really cool right here because there's so much firewood, and we have a fire pit set up. And you can see that this pole here is my ridge pole for my I put my shelter this way or that way, But most of the time this way, because you can see this is the stuff left over from this winter's fire when I was out here this winter. And then there's my extra firewood leaning up against the tree. And there's lots of birch bark all over the place. Lots of branches and sticks and wood that you can build a fire with. That tree's dead standing right there, so we just start breaking stuff off that. We do a lot of testing out here on knives and axes and whatever. But yeah, it's just a really peaceful, nice little round spot out here in the middle of nowhere. And there's no widow makers out here. You know, there's no trees except for like that one over there that's already busted off halfway up right there. Oh, sorry about that. So you don't have to worry about a tree falling on top of you if you're setting up a tent and spending the night out here or laying underneath the shelter, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna shut this camera off and get camp set up. Turn this damn thing on. Yeah. So this is lunch. I got some Fritos and some teriyaki Jack Link, beef jerky. I'm not supposed to be drinking water, but I brought water because I didn't have any tea. Because what happened is I got to the store. This was in the truck. I got to the store and I didn't even think about it. All the power was out in the store because everything's all the power's out in Big Falls right now. And when they turned the power out, they wouldn't, like I was saying, they didn't want people to open the coolers if they didn't need to. So I was like, don't worry about it, because I had this water. Aspen had the water in the truck earlier today, so I snatched that out of the truck, so I got something to drink. It's not gonna hurt me to drink a little bit of water. So I'm gonna just chill out here and eat some lunch and hang out with my dog. She's laying next to me. She loves it out in the woods. She'll come out here and for hours and hours and hours just chasing anything and everything. Leaves and squirrels and whatever. But there's a lot of deer out here, and this is the same spot where when I went behind the shop one time, I don't know if I told you guys the story. I just feel like hanging out and talking today, so it's nice to have somebody to talk to out here. But I went from the back of the shop, and there's this big log like the one I'm sitting on right here. And Lily and I were walking on the log, and this bear popped up. This was like 4 years ago, I guess. This bear popped up, and when it popped up, it was more scared than we were, and it let out this weird, like it almost sounded like a little kid screaming or something, and it took off. And I thought it was like a baby bear, you know, because of its size, because the ones that they have in California, they're not too big, you know. And then my dog just plowed right up the top of me, just wrecked my ass, knocked me straight off the log backwards, and then I jumped up because I'm freaking out trying to figure out where this damn bear went. And it was, you could hear it crashing through the woods, just, it was gone. It was making tracks because it was more scared than we were. But if it knew we were terrified, it probably would have ate us. But it was funny because the size of the bear, later, you know, like a couple months later, me and Heidi, we went to the bear sanctuary, and I was telling her, I'm like, so that bear wasn't that big. It was about the size of that one right there. And I was pointing at this bear, and she says, no, that's like a really, really, really big bear. I was like, oh, great. Because like I said, the ones in California, they're not too big. Is that Bigfoot? Oh, it's just Wayne Reynolds' mom. That was a good one. What's up, Michael Knight? Ralphie? If you guys haven't gone and checked everybody's channels out on our channels on our YouTube, go check them out. You got Michael Knight, which is going to be starting his new YouTube channel pretty soon. Ralphie Knucklehead, Ralphie's Customs. Guy's awesome. And Mill Creek Fab Shop, cool ass dude. And then DG Retro, Danny from DG Retro Customs, good people right there. And I'm always bagging on Wayne Reynolds because he's one of my best friends. He's one of my buddies from high school, so he's always busting my balls. Man, it's nice out here right now, super nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat my lunch, I think. So chow down on some beef jerky and stuff. I haven't had nothing to eat all day, so I'm kind of hungry. And this hike, it's not that far of a hike. Like I said, it's probably a quarter mile out here. But it's you wind through the woods really crazily because some of the branches and stuff are sticking down or whatever. And especially in the summertime, you might as well forget it because of the mosquitoes and the ticks and the bugs and the critters and the deer and all the bear and everything else in the woods. But I still go out there. I'm stupid. I don't care. I still go out there and get eaten up by ticks and mosquitoes and, you know, see all kinds of animals out here. There's wolf that'll eat you. The wolf are so big, it's just insane. They're not even like dogs. They're like freaking prehistoric looking. They're huge. We actually had one funny story. I was with my brother-in-law and Carly and Gavin, my niece and nephew, and we were watching them, just making sure that they were hunting with their guns properly, and you know, following them, and we were just standing right behind them, and this wolf starts running right through the woods right at us down this logging trail, and that was pretty scary. And then my brother-in-law Brandon, he said, like real low in his voice, he kind of stopped and he grabbed the gun from one of the kids and he says wolf, and when he said wolf, I think it spooked the wolf, so it stopped, and then it just looked, and then it just took off through the woods, and it was like, wow. But I think if he wouldn't have said nothing, it would have been on us already, because it was that close, you know. I bet you it got within, I'd say it probably got within like 30 yards of us before it got spooked, and then really slowed down, and then it got a little bit closer, and then it took off. But I mean, I was like knife out, ready to fight this damn thing. We were scared, you know, because they're really scary looking, just, they're terrifying. And then the moose, we've had bear, like we were coming home one night and there was a bear right there on the road, right in front of our house. We seen bear, we always see bear here, big ones. And then one night, or one morning, Heidi was in the house, and Jay and we were in the body shop, and I heard Heidi scream something, or something was going on. So I flipped the door open real fast and I stepped out. And I look at her, and she's on the front deck, and she's like, moose. And I look, and there's this big-ass moose standing in front of us. So I was like, oh, crap. And I can't remember if it had a baby next to it or whatever, but those are the ones that'll just trample you and run your ass over, you know. I hope you guys don't mind me rambling on. It's just nice to have somebody to talk to out here, like I said, you know. Sometimes I need to just go out here in the woods and clear my head, because most of the time I got a lot of people talking in my head, you know, and it's just, you know, that's one of the things is, not to be a whiner or nothing, I try to deal with this every day, but like having schizophrenia, you know, you got a lot of people always talking in your head, and it's hard because sometimes you don't know if people are talking to you or about you. You're really paranoid, so you think people are talking about you, or, you know, like I said, you got voices, or you see things, you know, you have, you know, real bad hallucinations, and they're audio and visual hallucinations, and sometimes it mentally wears you out. It breaks you down, and sometimes it makes you snap without even knowing it. You don't know why. You don't know what's going on in your head. Something flips out. And, you know, I'm not going to say life sucks, but I'm not going to say it's easy. And like I said, I'm not whining. I'm just sharing this stuff with you. It's kind of private, but whatever. I don't care. I'll share with you guys. But it's fun sometimes, because you see some funny things, but there's other times where it's just terrifying, you know. Like one time I went into Heidi's mom's house to make sure the heater was off. She said, can you run out to mom's real quick and make sure the heater's off? And I walked in there, and then there was a guy down below her TV doing something, and it just scared the living piss out of me. And I actually like went full bore, like out the door so fast, and it startled me so bad I about busted my back on the deck, you know, flipping over the deck or whatever. But this has been going on for a long time. I mean, it's you know, I go to a lot of doctors and all that crap, and they all tell you the same thing: take this medication. And I try not to take medication, but I don't know. I mean, I'm on medication now. I was off meds for probably 9 months or something like that. I just gave up on the crap because it just made you feel like garbage, you know, made you tired all the time. And the stuff that they have me on now, it's not too bad, which I always joke. I think it's like a placebo pill where they just say, oh, it's going to make you feel better, and it's just a freaking sugar pill or something, but whatever. But that's paranoia. You know, I'm super paranoid all the time, and that's why, you know, like I have to stay in the shop and lock the door, and I don't let people in, and it's tough sometimes too, because like when you want to go to a car show, or you want to go hang out with your friends and go to a restaurant or something, you know, there's been times where I've had problems in the restaurants, and it's embarrassing because I'll see somebody or see something happen, and I'll like jerk or jump up, and Heidi's like, babe, it's all right, and I'm like, you know, who is that, or what are they doing? And she's like, there's nothing there, no, you know. Or like people grabbing you. You know, a lot of times that's one of the things with being a schizo is people touching you all the time. It feels like people are talking to you or touching you or tapping you, and you're always turning around and looking around. And I don't even know why I'm sharing this crap with you guys, but whatever. Whatever, I don't care. But yeah, it's messed up. But it's one of those things where you just got to be a real positive person, keep a positive attitude, and you know, just hold your head high and, you know, be proud of who you are. You know, I can't help that stuff happens, so I'm not going to whine about it, you know. I know a lot of people that self-medicate, you know, they have schizophrenia, and then what happens is it bothers them so bad, because I'm telling you, man, sometimes there's days where it will wreck your ass when you have 15 or 20 people talking in your head, and then you have people that you're looking at and they're not actually there, or you got people walking up to you, you know, messing with you, or just all kinds of crap going on and nothing's there, you know. And it's tough some days where you want to just give up and throw in the towel, but other days it's like, you know, that's why I think this community helps me. You know, I really, honestly, God, like Michael Knight is actually the one that brought this up the other day, and that's why I'm rambling on, I think. I don't know. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff, but Michael Knight was telling me the other day, he's like, you know, this community really helps me, and I have to agree with him. And we were talking on the Voxer. All of us have a little community, you know, where we talk on the Voxer and stuff, and we're always communicating and accountability. I was telling Michael Knight, it's all about accountability. You know, check on your brother. You're your brother's keeper. You know, check on him, make sure he's okay. Tell him you love him. Tell him, hey man, I'm here for you. I got your back. You know, you know, you gotta stick up for your brothers. You gotta make sure they're okay and watch out for them. But would you stop? She's digging a hole next to me, eating dirt and crap. But I don't know. It's just weird. What else was I going to talk about? There's just something else I was going to say, and I got sidetracked. Oh, anyways, no. Go get. You're going to knock the camera over. But I was talking to Michael Knight though, and so we have this little community that like we got all of our friends on YouTube, but then we have all of our really close friends that we try to hang out with and talk to every day. And like I always screw up his name. I call him Johnny Utah, but his name on YouTube is Kana Awage. I think is how he pronounces it, and I try really hard to pronounce it right, but I know I'm just screwing it up. I talk to him every day, you know, every single day I talk to that dude, and he's one of the guys. He has a YouTube channel, really good YouTube channel. He's funny as hell. Hopefully I'll be able to meet him one of these days. And then you got all your close friends like Jeff and Dave at Sobering Restorations, and Glenn Ridd, Inzi Mopar. That's one of my best friends, you know. And then you got Michael Knight, awesome people, and Wayne Reynolds, and Mill Creek Fab Shop, and DG Retro Customs, and don't forget Ralphie. Ralphie's a crack up. He puts a smile on my face all the time, because between him and Danny and everybody, we just all like, bah, you know, back and forth with each other. It's funny as hell. Well, I don't know where this video went, but man, I'm just rambling. I think I had too much coffee today or something, so. But anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna just hang out here, and I like to play with knives out in the woods and carve sticks and make a fire. I can't make a fire today though. I was gonna make some coffee. I was wanting some warm coffee out in the woods, because I like to. I have this little seat that Heidi got me. It's in my backpack right now, and you unfold it and it pops together, and then you sit down on it out in the woods, so you don't get your ass wet when you're sitting on stuff, because a lot of times everything's covered in snow. But usually I'll build a fire and sit on that and put my shelter up, so the snow or the rain or whatever's not, like if it's sleet, it'll get you wet and cold. And you can hear the wind right now. But usually I'll set that up and sit in front of the fire and make some coffee and bring some food out here, like hot dogs, because Goofball likes hot dogs. Excuse me. But I know this has been a little bit different of a video today. I haven't done any videos out in the woods in a long time, but you know, this is the whole reason I do it, is so I can get out in the woods and clear my head and just chillax, relax out here and hang out, and like I said, just bring some snacks and just, I don't know, talk to God or whatever you guys want to call it, you know, just hang out, look at the beauty out here. Not me, of course, the woods. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll shut this camera off a little bit and just kick back, hang out, enjoy the weather. So if I don't do any more filming, I really appreciate you guys, all your support on the channel and everything, and love you guys, man. Love all you guys. I'll talk to you later, and you know, hopefully you guys don't give me a thumbs down for this.
But I'm gonna get out of here and probably just go stomp around the woods for a little bit and then call it a day, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Later.